Hi, I'm Oscar Jilsen. I'm the game director at Kofstein Studios. We've sort of always done that, even when we made Sanctum 2. Even we don't really like making the same game again, so we've always sort of made a lot of changes, partly to sort of challenge ourselves, but also to sort of find new ways to do stuff and maybe get better. That's the idea, at least. I don't think any of us have played Satisfactory, but we have played a bunch of Factorio, and that's obviously where the idea originated. Though the first idea of Satisfactory was actually very different. It was more of a base defense type of thing. We didn't do it on purpose, but I can imagine that that's something that sort of dwelled in our subconscious. but the whole order thing is it's semi-conscious, at least. There's a lot of, you go out into the unknown, where everything's weird and alien, and they're doing their own alien type of things, and you just wreck it all and put these more predictable buildings there. We've actually been discussing stuff like that, and we had a bunch of cool ideas that we sort of wanted to do, but never ended up having time doing. Like we talked about, as the factory gets bigger, smog would start to come together, and maybe you'd have to wear a gas mask in the factory, and maybe the trees and the vegetation would start dying out. But we didn't really, while that's cool, we didn't really focus on that. We focused more on making the building part really fun. It's really fun to build stuff.
It is, yeah.
When we first started, I mentioned we started out off as a base defense type of thing.
Yeah.
But we quickly, as we started playing around with it, we noticed that most of the fun comes from the building, because it's not just a building, but it's you get everything lined up, and you get the supply of this resource is perfect for this, and now this can work at 100% efficiency, and if we split this one off, then this one can do that as well. So it's a lot of just getting things together and fiddling and changing the production rates and stuff. Not to the factory, and that's a thing that we had a lot of discussions about whether the factory would get attacked, but we ended up with, if you spend say 20 hours, you're building this massive thing, then you go out, you explore a little bit, find some stuff, you come back and it's just wrecked. It's not super fun. So we wanted to do the loop is more of a, you build a lot and then you start needing more resources. So you go out and you explore, and when you're out in the unknown world there, that's when the creatures of the world, or fauna or flora, whatever, that's where the danger is. So the danger is sort of always outside, but you always need to go outside, so it's not like you can avoid it. We've just tried to make because the map is kind of big, and we also had a lot of discussions about this, but we tried to make it as varied as possible. So because depending on where you build it, you can build it in a desert, and you get these cool desert landscapes with dunes, and it's really fun to take the Explorer vehicle and just jump across the dunes and drive there. But then you can also build in the forests and big grass fields and stuff like that. So we mainly aim to get a lot of variation out of the environment. You got an end goal, sort of, where you you build this huge sort of space elevator that you saw in the trailer to construct a thing in the sky, sort of.
Right.
Because that's where it fits. It wouldn't fit on the ground. And to do that, you need to like funnel a ton of resources into it. So while you make resources for a few purposes. One is for like unlocking more things to build, to get towards the end goal, and to use the resources to build the stuff, the machines themselves. I mean, you can build, we have, so you can build these concrete foundations, and then you can build walls and more foundations. That's sort of the multi-floor warehouses I was talking about in at the PC Gaming show. So I mean, the buildings themselves, most of them that you build, you can't enter. They're just like mechanical things. But you can build these structures sort of to house the machines and also to like just have anything there, I guess. The multiplayer, it's sort of server-based. So you host a server and then your friends can join. It's pretty simple like that. There's no matchmaking or anything like that, just basic servers. We're aiming at 4, but it's sort of still up in the air. I think it's safe to say it's going to be 4 though. It's the most important thing, I guess, is that you can sort of divide up the work and do different things. We had, like, when we've played, somebody takes care of like laying out foundations to have like flat surfaces to build on, and somebody builds like, I'm gonna set up production of rotors, or and like somebody else is out exploring and finding stuff in the meanwhile. Apart from that, I mean, you can ride along in some vehicles, but otherwise you'll have to sort of find ways to cooperate. I'll end up at about 80 to 100 hours.
Wow. Yeah,
It's
really
pretty big, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Oh, you never know. We have talked about goats, but you never know.